Good morning. I am Kenyon McDuffie, at-large council member and chair of the council's Committee on Business and Economic Development. Today is Thursday, March 20th, 2025, and we're convening this additional meeting of the committee in person in room 500 of the John A. Wilson Building and via Zoom. We're also streaming live on the council's website. The time is 9:38 a.m., and I'm calling to order this additional meeting of the committee. For the record, I'd like to note that we have quorum, which consists of myself, Ward 6 Councilmember Charles Allen, Ward 7 Councilmember Wendell Felder. Today, the committee will consider and vote on the following measures: Bill 26-22, Living Donor Protection Amendment Act of 2025, and Bill 26-40, the 1333 M Street Southeast Tax Abatement Amendment Act of 2025. I introduced Bill 25 the 747, the Living Donor Protection Amendment Act of 2024 on March 12, 2024, along with 5 of my colleagues. The chairman referred the bill to the Committee on Business and Economic Development on March 19, 2024. The Committee on Business and Economic Development held a public hearing on the bill on December 18, 2024, and I reintroduced the bill in Council Period 26 as Bill 26-22, the Living Donor Protection Amendment Act of 2025 on January 6th of this year, along with 8 of my colleagues. The chairman referred the bill to the Committee on Business and Economic Development on January 7th of this year. The bill, as introduced, would prohibit insurers from taking certain actions based solely on an individual status as a living donor. The committee print expands the definition of living donor to include individuals who have donated tissue in addition to organ donation, and allows the commissioner to expand the bill's tissue and organ definitions by rule. The print also requires the bill's protections apply to life insurance policies, disability insurance policies, and long-term care insurance policies delivered or issued for delivery after January 1st, 2026, now that the bill has been reintroduced in Council Period 26. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I move the draft committee report in print with leave for staff to make technical, editorial, and conforming changes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it unanimously, and the measure is approved. Next is Bill 26-40, which was previously introduced in Council Period 25 as Bill 25-915, the 1333 M Street Southeast Tax Abatement Amendment Act of 2024. Bill 25-915 was introduced by Councilmember Charles Allen on July 8, 2024, and referred to the Committee on Business and Economic Development on September 17, 2024. The committee held a public hearing on the bill 25-915 on November 13, 2024, but no further action was taken. Bill 26-40 was introduced in Council Period 26 as the 1333 M Street Southeast Tax Abatement Amendment Act of 2025 by Councilmember Charles Allen and referred to the Committee on Business and Economic Development on January 21st of this year. The bill, as introduced, would provide a real property tax abatement for the property located at 1333 M Street Southeast in excess of any amount over $150,000 per year for 15 consecutive tax years commencing October 1st, 2028. The developer sought the abatement to attract financing for the project, which is planned to provide approximately 900 residential units, approximately 100 of which will be set aside for households earning equal or less than 60% of the median family income, retail spaces, and critical public space improvements, including a neighborhood greenway, a reconstructed bicycle trail on M Street Southeast, and a lower retail promenade. The committee print makes 5 changes to the introduced legislation. The committee incorporates a $25,000 contribution to the Department of Parks and Recreation to support programming for seniors at the Arthur Capper Recreation Center, which is required pursuant to the project's final zoning order as a condition to receive tax abatement. The print incorporates a one-time $25,000 contribution to the Seafarers Yacht Club in Washington, D.C. as a condition to receive the tax abatement. The print clarifies that the residential units required for households earning equal to or less than 60% of the median family income to be set aside as a condition to receive the tax abatement must be compliant with the inclusionary zoning requirements in accordance with the final zoning orders. The committee print revises the tax abatement commencement date so that the tax abatement will commence on or after October 1st, 2029. The committee print now requires the mayor to certify to the Office of Tax and Revenue that the property is eligible for the abatement. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Charles Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to thank you and your team for the work on this legislation and helping move it forward today. I know we had the hearing last council period, and I know it was more of a calendar issue of the run out of time of the year. So thank you for taking this up early in this new session. This is a project that we have been working on for a very long time. For folks that may be not familiar with this parcel, it's kind of tucked a little south of the railroad tracks, a little east of 11th Street, a little north of the river. It's a kind of a triangular area that has been a struggle to help create new homes and new activity here. But the vision that's been here for more than a decade is to build new homes, make sure we're providing the opportunity for affordable homes to be created. The group that has been doing this has worked, I think, very carefully as well, because right across the street, we have our historic boathouses. And I know that's part of what you just talked about, Mr. Chair. I think having that strong relationship is important, and it's been consistent that we protect our historic boathouses that have been along the Anacostia River there. But I think this is a project that clearly needs this type of support to help move it to the next stage. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. And so this is going to be something that is necessary to help us get this going. And again, it's going to create new homes, new jobs, new green spaces, partnerships along the river, and I think has a really great opportunity to help activate and kick off this portion of our city that that is really kind of tucked away in a corner a little bit, and but doing it in a very thoughtful way that that works well with some of the existing uses and sites there, like our historic boathouses. So I really appreciate you moving this forward today, and for everybody who worked on it, appreciate.
Thank you, Councilmember Charles Allen. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I move the draft committee report in print with leave for staff to make technical, editorial, and conforming changes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it unanimously, and the measure is approved. This concludes the additional meeting of the Committee on Business and Economic Development. The time is now 9:44, and this meeting is adjourned. I was like waiting here to hit my button, and I think I hit that.
I knew it's because I was trying to.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's what it was.
So
Yeah.
all of y'all know when you're trying to hear, you could accidentally hit this thing right here, and it'll cut things off.